Italian word of the day for today, Friday, 19 July 2024, is Figlioccio. Figlioccio translates to English as godchild. Now, I am a godchild, so I can speak to this particular word through lived experience. And godchild, the prefix God here comes in with a kind of an entrustment aspect to having children, and or pets or whatever they may be. And so essentially there's, let's say, the parents, and the parents, my parents chose my godparents before I was born, designate people to be in charge, person and or persons. In my case, my parents chose two people, a man and a woman, to be my godparents before I was born. And so they designate these people as people who are going to be in charge of me if something ever happens to them. And that's legal. Like there's at least for what I lived, that was the case. And so there's the parents and the godparents who are entrusted with the child if something ever happens to him. So then the parents have the child, and there's the child, and then the relationship to the godparents is godchild. I said they are not the biological parents, they are the godparents to the person, so me. I am godchild to Suzette and John Tanner. Yes. So there we go. So that's kind of what it means. Let's think forward. What do Kylian Mbappe and I do for our quadruplets? So if we have 4 male sons, which he goes, they're all going to be incest babies. They all want their mom. Okay, so what do we do for our quadruplets? 4 male sons had at one time, one batch. Do the godparents sign up for all 4? Each is their godchild? Do we get pregnant with... Okay. So that is a legitimate question. If a person has more than one child in a batch, like at a time, well, then the godparents might be signing up for 4 people, 4 godchildren instead of just one godchild. So that's something to think about when assigning godparents. And not everybody does the godparents though. But okay, so there's that. Do we get pregnant with quadruplets? And then my sister goes and steals my thunder by getting pregnant with 12 tuplets. Ooh. In March, I went and proposed in person to 2 of my soulmates when they were competing. 2 days later, she got pregnant with / conceived her first child in true Rachel Green from Friends TV show style at the wedding of Monica and Chandler. I spectated Friday and Saturday, proposing on Friday, and my sister got pregnant / conceived on Sunday. Yay. Yes, I proposed in person when I was between 31.00 years of age and 32.00 years of age. Quite young for a woman. Happy I recorded me proposing to each man and published each video publicly online. Someone get competitive later in life. My mom has hinted at wanting to propose to my dad with a ring if I do that, in addition to what I already did. Some women never get competitive nor find their competitive drive. True. And so that's kind of all tied into that. Like some people get in arms races over babies, and I have no idea what that is like with like godparents, if that carries as well. I did offer to be a godparent for my sister's godchild if she had one, but that was back in July 2019, and I have yet to hear from her in regards to my offer now that she is pregnant. She and her husband started seeing each other in person in high frequency about 2011. They got married in July 2019, so about 8 years later, and have their first child due in December 2024. And so that's a little over 5 years after the wedding. All right, so it's an approximately 13-year journey to child 1, from increase in in-person high-frequency interactions in about 2011 to December 2024. It's approximately a 13-year journey to child 1. My mom and dad met 1 year and started interacting in person in high frequency. So that's year 1. The next year, they were engaged. The year after that, they were married. And their first child, my only sister, so she was firstborn, was 3 years and 1 month later after their marriage. So an approximately 5-year journey to child 1. Yeah, so there's, even just within, right, my only sibling, which was approximately 13 years, and my parents, which was approximately 5 years, there can be a pretty big spread. Some people, you know, I don't know how fast that could be. I don't know, like, if I get pregnant, I don't know where I would fall on that spectrum. Would I be, you know, between those two, under 5, over 13? I don't know. To child 1, from increase, right? I have in-person interactions, but not high frequency in-person interactions. So there's that, right? And then where does the godparents' conception come in? My godparents are good friends of my parents, and so there was a lot of trust there. And my Uncle Gordy and my Aunt Danette, right, when I was born, I don't remember, was Gordy married to Catherine, or had he not gotten married for the first time yet, or whatever, but neither of them had kids, so there was kind of like some people asked a family member to be a godparent, like their godchild is like their niece or their nephew, but my aunt and uncle, my only aunt and uncle, biological, they didn't have kids, so there was a little bit of like, well, maybe not. If they don't have their own kids, they might not want to take on the care of my parents' kids. So there we go. In English, as godchild, somebody can be entrusted with to take after and look after if something happens to the parents. In English is godchild, in Italiano as figlioccio.